Well, hello everyone. This is Carrie back with Family eBiz, and it only took Facebook 3 minutes to get me online. I was in another room and it was not working, so I came in here to the kitchen. So here we are. We are talking today about email marketing and grow your list. I'm going to move this back just a tad so I can sort of see my notes and keep going. All right. This is a series that I started a couple weeks ago about affiliate marketing. There are a few reasons I did this. One, we have a huge homeschool affiliate promotion in August. So I'm hoping that some of these ideas will help our own affiliates to be able to be successful, especially those that have a money goal. And so that's what with Homeschool Superheroes Week. So that is one reason. The other reason is I believe that when you are just starting out, affiliate marketing can be one of the easiest ways to start to make money. You don't need a website to do it. And some of you are all worried about this website, so start growing your list. We'll talk about that second today. But you need to start your list, and you can start to share affiliate promotions with them and actually make money. I'll be honest, the money I make as an affiliate comes from email. That's what we're going to talk about today. It doesn't really come from a blog post or a web page. I may use a blog post or a web page, but for the most part, I share my offers, the things that I am excited about through email. So let's talk about this, and I want to give you a little bit of history. I will say that if you're joining, whether you're joining on the live or whether you are joining on a replay, if you would just leave a comment and tell me what, if you have an email list, just say, yes, I have one, or no, I don't, or what your biggest challenge is with your email marketing or with growing your list. Some of you have already answered that question when I asked it earlier today, so I am going to be answering some of those questions. Let me just tell you that a year ago, I was part of a promotion, and it was a special time promotion, I think for a week. I did not send an email the first 2 days of this promotion. And then I decided I was going to send an email specifically to my work-at-home moms. You see, this was actually a homemaking bundle that I was promoting, but one section of it was moms that work at home, and that's where my product happened to be. So I didn't even send it the first day or the second day. Then the third day, I actually sent an email, but I segmented my list and I sent it just to the ones that were working at home. And I sent it on a Saturday. Saturday is not my best day to send an email, but I did it anyway. In this email, now listen to this. So if you want to know how you can craft your emails, these are some of the things that I included to relate to those people. I talked about specific struggles for work-at-home moms. I talked about my biggest win as a work-at-home mom. I shared my top choices in the bundle for work-at-home moms. I think like maybe 3 of them. And I started with my own course. Why? Because the people on my list know me better, so they would want to know what my course is. They already know me, like me, and trust me, I hope. I will say in the entire bundle, not all of the products in there were work-at-home mom courses. There were things like make ahead breakfasts and lunches, and I actually shared that with my work-at-home moms. Why? Because people that work at home need help with breakfasts and lunches, especially if their kids are there. That's how I've said. I didn't just say, hey, here's some make ahead breakfast and lunch. Everything I included in an email, I related back to this specific segment of my list. I added value, sort of stacked that value. I reminded them of the deadline of when this was going to disappear. And in the PS, I had a bonus. If you want to know about bonuses, go watch last week's or last Friday's video. But I offered a bonus. I sent that email out, and immediately I had 2 sales. 2 sales. Who would have thought? This is a homemaking bundle, and I'm talking about working at home moms, and I immediately made 2 sales. So that to me was encouraging. So that's how I began. What did I do over the rest of the promotion to use email? And how could you do this? First of all, let's take what I've already done. Your niche is different than my niche. I'm just giving this as an example. So what you might want to do is consider, what are their struggles? What in this affiliate product or resource will help them solve it, and show them how it will solve it. If there's a deadline, make sure they know. And if you're offering a bonus, make sure they know that bonus as well. So what did I do? Here are some things that are best practices for email. Always offer an opt-out, meaning if you don't want to hear anything else about homemaking or working home moms, click here. And then you do not send an email to that person again about work at home moms or the homemaking bundle. 24 hours after I sent that first email, so on Saturday I sent it, 24 hours on Sunday, I sent another email to anyone that didn't open. If you didn't open on Saturday, then I sent you the same email on Sunday with one difference. The difference is the subject line. If they didn't open it, it had it from me, so they already knew that. But if they didn't open it, it was probably the subject line. And so I always change the subject line. I don't resend it to everyone on the list. I only resend it to people that did not open it. And then I change that subject line. And then on the last day of the promotion, and this is generally true for any deadline promotion. So if I'm offering an event or a bundle or something that's only available for a certain period of time, or a sale, here's what I do. I send 3 emails. Now this time I sent them specifically to my work at home moms. This is different than what I sent to my homeschool list, because those homeschool people, they'd want some of that other cooking and homemaking and organization and productivity or whatever's in there. So what did I do to my homemaking mom? My work at home moms. At 6 in the morning, I sent them an email about the cheat sheets. And so I included this first thing in case they didn't see it. At 3 p.m., I sent that early morning email to the unopens. This is the last day. This is their last chance. So at 6 in the morning, I sent the email. And it could be about whatever solution you want, whatever benefit you want to do. And then at 3 o'clock, I sent it to everyone that did not open it. All right? With a different subject line. Then around 7 o'clock, I sent a last minute reminder. Very short, concise, succinct. Hey, here it is. And I always put a timer in that last email. For the entire bundle, 32% of my sales came from work at home moms. Not all the homemaking stuff. It was a very small part of this bundle, but 32% of my sales, my affiliate sales, came there. Why? I was specific to them. I spoke their language. I spoke to their needs and their challenges. I did not ignore that segment. It took more work on my part, and I had to track my links to make sure I was sending them to all the right people. So those are just a few ideas of what you can do if you are going to use email marketing. One of the biggest things is to segment your list. Make sure that, and I don't know your email system. For us, it's tags. That's one way that I do. So I can tag people when they click on links, or if they're interested in something, so I can find out all my work at home mom people and I can tag them. The other thing is using unopens. And so if they don't open it one day, I can send it the next day. I have to, again, segment my list. And so my system can say, all of these people did not open that email. And so I can send it to those people again. So those are a few ideas. Oh, and always offer an opt-out. I do offer bonuses, usually in timely type productions like this. And so I will offer a bonus as well. Now, excuse me. Let me get a little bit of water. We want to finish up on growing your list. And I know that's a question for a lot of you. And I've already put something in the description wherever you are watching this video, whether it's a replay or the live. Go look at the description because I have a free resource for you on growing your list. We're going to talk, I've already learned, I'll share something I'm learning about from this resource. It is 7 places to share your lead magnet to grow your email list with not just anyone, quality leads plus a bonus strategy. The link is there in the description, so feel free to go ahead and grab that. It is from my business mentor, Amy Porterfield, and I'm super excited to be one of her affiliates. Yes, I am an affiliate for her, and she is launching her Digital Course Academy the 1st of September, so you're going to hear me talking a lot about it. We've got so many freebies for you to help you create content, create courses, become confident in that, to be successful. But this is one of the problems I really see from a lot of y'all. Y'all are all like, I need to grow my list. I need more leads. I need more traffic. Well, here are 7 places that you can share your lead magnet. But let's take a step back because some of you haven't even figured out your lead magnet. So let's talk about a lead magnet and what that is. You'll get some information in this resource as well. But a few things you need to consider, and a lead magnet is just a free resource that you give in exchange for their email. And then you're going to warm them up through email so they know you, they like you, they trust you. So how do we determine this? First of all, you're going to need to just do it. Some of you are just still meditating on it for 6 months. Is this the perfect lead magnet or whatever? Just throw it out there and get going on it. And if it's not perfect, you can make something new in a month and do something different. But you've got to put something out there. How do you determine what is a good lead magnet? Because some of you have asked me this question. First of all, I think you need to know your audience. Who is your audience? Know their problem and give them a solution. It's really that simple. It is 3 steps. You need to know who they are, so you speak their language. Like for me, work-at-home moms. I was just talking about that. I spoke their language. So I know my audience. I knew their problems. Part of working at home, mom, is still juggling your kids and feeding them and cleaning and all of that. So that's why I talked about make ahead breakfast and lunches. Does that have anything to do with working better at home? No, but it sure can help you if you're a work-at-home mom. Because you're a mom, you've got to feed your kids breakfast and lunch. And so I love that resource. So I really played that up. So I knew one of their problems. And then I gave them a solution to it. So that is what we do. Now that's not a lead magnet. I'm just telling you as an example. So one of my problems, one of my homeschool moms' problems is they are overwhelmed and busy and they have way too many activities. So I created a video course. Now I don't recommend video course first thing, but videos aren't that hard for me to make. I made a 3-part video course with a PDF for each part. 3 videos, 3 PDFs. How to simplify your homeschool. I know my audience. I know their problem is overwhelmed. I solved their problem by telling them how they could simplify. So you need to create a lead magnet that they will consume that solves their problem. That's it, as simple as can be. Now, I believe the first one you create, if you've never created one, ought to be simple, and I would encourage you to just create a PDF. Go get a free account at Canva, use their PDF templates that are free, and just create something that you can put out there, and then offer it to them through your email service provider. I'm not going to tell you how to do all of that. Those are, jots and tittles. We're talking more big picture strategy. So know your audience, know their problem, give them a solution, create a lead magnet that they will consume and that solves their problem. Then you need to share it wisely. So there are 7 places to share your lead magnet. Are they all social media? No. Are some of them? Yes. But some of you that have an aversion to social media, you're going to find other places, starting with your own website. That is what I think is cool. Amy goes through this particular resource, I will just tell you, And not only is she going to tell you where to put it, like on your homepage, she's going to give you samples from successful marketers, and you can see how they put it on theirs. Now, she is going to tell you maybe to put it on Facebook or Instagram, and then she's going to give you pictures and samples of people that shared it on their Instagram stories. I'm not really good at Instagram reels or stories, something I need to learn. And that is one place that I have been challenged to work on, especially as I ran through this resource, because I am learning right alongside you. I am not just saying, here, go do this. These are things that I am implementing. So I may actually put some of this into practice with Instagram. I will say, and I will just share the strategy that I learned and I hope to be putting into practice. And that is to get into your DMs. What are DMs? And this is on social. So if you're not on social, there are two things I would encourage you. Either get in your direct messages or get in your inbox. I get in my inbox and try to answer my people's responses to my emails. I'm not just sending an email out to make them go buy something. I want to build a relationship, so I'm going to answer their questions. One easy place to do that is in your direct messages on Facebook or Instagram. That's a strategy that I will be following. You can find it in there. I'm not going to tell you exactly how it all works because you can just read it there. But that is one of the strategies that I am working on and will be using over the next several weeks. So those are some ideas on growing your list. If you need some help with any of it, leave a comment, tag me in your comment as well, and let me know what your questions are. Please go get it. This is free. I don't know why anyone wouldn't go get it. And then we will be talking about this. I may be in and out of this group, and we can talk about it and see how you can be using this resource this week. 7 places to share your lead magnet to grow your email list with quality leads. So go grab it. The link is in the description wherever you are watching this. If y'all have any questions, leave them here and let's talk affiliate marketing, email marketing, and grow your list, anything in that area or anything in online business. I'm Carrie Beck with Family eBiz. Talk to y'all later.